Why Princess Anne missed Remembrance Sunday at the Cenotaph, the real story revealed. Welcome to Crown Chronicles, your ultimate home for royal revelations, hidden truths, and untold stories from inside the British monarchy. If you love uncovering the secrets and history behind the world's most famous royal family, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing royal community today. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, today's story has left royal watchers across the nation puzzled and concerned. Every year, on Remembrance Sunday, the nation pauses in solemn reflection, honoring the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to the country. It's one of the most symbolic days in the royal calendar, steeped in tradition, dignity, and emotion. The sight of the royal family gathered at the Cenotaph in London, dressed in black, with poppies pinned to their coats, is a moment of national unity. But this year, something was noticeably different. One of the most dedicated and hardworking members of the royal family, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, was missing. For many, this came as a complete shock. Princess Anne is known for her unwavering sense of duty, her military connections, and her near-unbroken attendance record at national events of remembrance. She's often described as the backbone of the monarchy, a woman who rarely takes a day off. And one who never lets illness or inconvenience get in the way of service. So, her absence at such a poignant event instantly sparked concern and curiosity. What could possibly keep Princess Anne away from the Cenotaph, a place she holds so close to her heart? At first, the palace remained tight-lipped. There was no immediate explanation, and as the camera zoomed in on King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, and other senior royals observing the 2-minute silence, royal enthusiasts couldn't help but notice that familiar, sharp-eyed figure, Princess Anne, was nowhere to be seen. Social media lit up with speculation. Was she unwell? Was it a scheduling conflict? Or was there more to the story than met the eye? By early afternoon, a statement from Buckingham Palace finally shed some light on the matter. It confirmed that Princess Anne had been forced to miss the Remembrance Sunday service due to a sudden illness. According to palace sources, the Princess Royal had been feeling under the weather for several days, and her doctors advised her to rest and avoid any public appearances. While the nature of her illness was not disclosed, as is often the case with royal health matters, insiders quickly reassured the public that it was not serious. Still, for a royal known for her resilience and no-nonsense attitude, the fact that she agreed to step back spoke volumes. Those close to Anne have often described her as the royal who never stops working. In fact, she regularly tops the list of most active royals each year, carrying out hundreds of engagements across the UK and abroad. She's been called the invisible engine of the monarchy, rarely seeking the spotlight, yet constantly driving the royal machine forward. So, if she chose to sit out such an important ceremony, it was clear that she must have been truly unwell. But there's another layer to this story that makes her absence all the more emotional. For Princess Anne, Remembrance Sunday is not just another duty, it's deeply personal. As Colonel-in-Chief of several regiments and honorary commander of numerous military organizations, Anne has spent decades building relationships with servicemen and women. She has attended countless memorials, parades, and military ceremonies, always showing genuine respect and empathy. Her connection to the armed forces runs in her blood, from her father, Prince Philip, a decorated naval officer, to her brother, King Charles III, and her own son-in-law, Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence. The military world is, in many ways, her extended family, so, imagine the heartbreak she must have felt watching the solemn ceremony unfold from home, the haunting sound of the bugle, the silence that echoes through Whitehall, the wreaths being laid in honor of the fallen. This is a woman who has stood in rain, wind, and freezing temperatures to pay her respects year after year. Missing it would have been no small matter. Sources close to the royal household say that Anne was deeply disappointed not to be at the Cenotaph, and that she watched the service on television, keeping in close touch with the king throughout the day. King Charles, ever the protective brother, reportedly checked in on her after the ceremony, ensuring that she was recovering well. This year's Remembrance Sunday was especially significant. It marked not just a tribute to the fallen but also a subtle show of unity from a monarchy navigating both change and challenge. With the king now firmly in his role and the Prince of Wales stepping into greater responsibility, the absence of one of the monarchy's most steadfast figures was felt more keenly than ever. Of course, the British public responded in typical fashion, with warmth, concern, and respect. Thousands took to social media to send well wishes to the Princess Royal, praising her years of service and dedication. One comment perfectly summed up the mood: "If Princess Anne is missing the cenotaph, she must really be unwell. She's the last royal who would ever let duty slip." As the day went on, the palace reiterated that Princess Anne would resume her duties once she was feeling better, and royal experts predict she'll likely be back in action within days, perhaps even attending one of the smaller regional remembrance services later in the week. After all, this is a woman who once continued royal duties after being injured in a horse-riding accident, and who famously declared she doesn't believe in retirement. But her absence this year also reminded many of the human side of the royal family, that behind the medals, the uniforms, and the public appearances, they too are susceptible to illness, exhaustion, and the weight of responsibility. Princess Anne's temporary withdrawal was a quiet but poignant reminder that even the most dutiful among us sometimes need to pause. Still, her spirit of service remains undimmed. In her decades of public life, Anne has become a symbol of the modern monarchy's endurance: practical, hardworking, and deeply loyal. She doesn't chase headlines or indulge in royal drama. She simply gets the job done. And that's precisely why the British people admire her so deeply. As she recovers, it's clear that the nation is eagerly awaiting her return. For many, the image of the royal family at the cenotaph simply feels incomplete without her there, the Princess Royal, standing tall and steadfast, embodying duty in its purest form. So, as we reflect on this year's Remembrance Sunday, perhaps the story of Princess Anne's absence isn't one of weakness, but of strength: the strength to know when to rest, the strength to accept care, and the strength to return even stronger. And when she does return, as she surely will, it'll be another quiet chapter in the long story of one of the most respected royals of our time, a woman whose dedication continues to define the crown itself. Thank you for watching Crown Chronicles. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on every twist and turn in the lives of the British royal family, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts on Princess Anne's absence, and subscribe to our channel for more royal revelations every week. Until next time, stay royal, and stay curious.